Right now at the Quick Speed Shop, what if I got myself into this time? What happened is a coworker's son had a 95 F-150 that he was over his head in, and it was a beater winter truck. I went to look at it, see if I might be interested in fixing it and flipping it, but it was too much work and too shot for what I was interested in. But the guy's like, oh, I got smaller stuff for sale. So here I end up with a 350 Chevrolet with a torquer intake manifold and some nice valve covers. So let's pull it out of the truck and take a look at it. Ha! Nailed it! Okay, a little deciphering here. Up on the engine pad in front of the passenger side head here, we got a serial number, or an engine code number. V is for, I think, Detroit or whatever I looked it up on. The 4-digit number here, 1204, is December 4th. Is the date this was built. And I looked it up on this Z28 Nasty or whatever it is here, nastyz28.com. I looked up the suffix code, which is, this is a truck engine. TKW is what we have here, TKW. It's a 350, and apparently it's either a 74 or a 78 truck engine, so I'm hoping it's a 4-bolt main. When we pull the pan off, we'll see. It does either 160 to 165 horsepower in 3/4 ton and 1 ton trucks, so it's most likely a 4-bolt main truck block. But we'll pop it apart and see. But there we go. We got the so we know it's a 350 by the number on the back, and we know that it's a 74 or 78 truck engine by the number up here on the front. All right. It's the magic reveal. Oh, here we go. The motor looks clean on the top side. Now there's a tiny little bit of sludge, but not too bad. Let's bang this intake off here and see what that looks like. Never had a torquer intake before. I've got a couple of performers. This is a torquer. By the size of the studs, it had a spacer on top of it too, within the carburetor, which is kind of a poor combination for a truck with 456. I guess a 456 gears, which it had, would be a high screamer, but you want a torquey manifold in a truck, not a high RPM manifold. The thing wasn't a race car, it was a flatbed 1-ton 67 Chevy truck. So I'm going to guess that this torquer didn't perform all that well. Plus the guys running around a granny low all the time. Aha! Here we go. Too bad in here. So initial inspection, it's not looking too bad. It's pretty clean. Got a little bit of rust in here from this engine had some moisture in it after it got poured out. But the valley looks pretty clean. Everything looks clean, not a lot of grunge in it, so the oil got changed. I'm going to go ahead and loosen up all the rocker arms and pop the heads off here and see what the cylinders look like. Pull the push rods out. Now you get to be here for the reveal of the cylinder head. I want you to come off. Man alive, that's on there. Oh, you know why? I didn't take the rest of the bolts off. Hold on, I gotta take all these bolts off. Ha! Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Decided looking... Decided to get a little more water damage. I think it'll be alright though. I think this will clean up with a hone. I mean it's orange, but it's not really pitted in there. I think it'll clean up. Or what I did was ran some sandpaper around the bores. Now I'm going to put a little bit of thrust here. Try to chase the moisture away. And wipe these out with a rag. And then I'm going to put some motor oil in here in the bores and just let it sit. Try to coat this. And I got all the orange nasty rust out. It's discolored the cylinder walls. And I can feel it a little bit. But I think if you use a honing stone and hone this a little bit, you know, put new rings in it, there's not hardly any wear in the cylinder walls at all, so I think if you honed it a thousandth or two, just knock this off even if it's a little rough. And there's no big scratches, there's no big scratches in the bores or anything. I think just honing this sucker and putting rings in it would be good for a little junkyard rebuild. And I think it would run great. I'm running a 283 in this green truck right here that I found abandoned in the garage that I didn't even take the pistons out. I mean, it didn't have water in it, but the cam was out of it, wore out of it. I used 350 cam in it, and new bearings and a timing set, and it smoked for quite a while. I put 20,000 miles on it. It smoked for a few thousand miles, a lot of blow-by up the breathers and all that. But eventually the rings wore in some more, and it doesn't hardly use any oil now when it gets good mileage, like 20 miles a gallon. I think this would be alright. This is probably the worst cylinder right here. It's got, let me bring it on over. I mean, I'll get those bits out of there, but you can see a little bit of pitting here, a little bit of light rust, but it's not bad. This is probably the worst one. But I think it'll clean up. I think if I oil it up, it'll be alright. I don't know if you can even see that. I think if I oil it up, it'll be alright. I mean, it's a little brown in there. I think if I turn it over and oil it up a bunch of times, this one had a little bit of rust in it. Not real bad. I don't know. I think it's savable without doing a full rebuild. Coat the inside of these bores up nice. The bores sanded up good. I took that sandpaper and cleaned them up and then blew them out with with thrusts and rags a whole bunch of times and cleaned up pretty decent. You definitely still see it on the metal, but like I said before, I think this would probably hone up all right, enough to run like in a budget application. That's what I'm about. I'm all about the budget. The only thing left to see if it's a 2-bolt main or a 4-bolt main. A bit of water in there. Oh, it's a 4-bolt main. Look at that. 4-bolt main. Bam. So there it is. 4-bolt main. So there we go. A little surprise action today. I didn't know I was going to be getting an engine, but surprise, here I am. And it's good. It's a 350 4-bolt truck block. Nice score. Even a little bit of water damage. It should clean up all right. Good enough to run for a beater hot rod motor. As I like to say, re-ring it and run it. Good enough. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put a circle somewhere where I'm going to put it. Climb the ladder. Climb the ladder, say success. Hit it over here. Bink. Hit the circle to subscribe. Putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So stop by and check it out. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you again at the Quick Speed Shop.